gentlemen, welcome back to Space Engineers Complex Creations. So we've got most of the base completed, and then we have the lift done as well. The only thing left to do now really is to get these here, well, to get this whole system renamed properly. And then what we'll have to do is have a set of connectors as well, so that we can, I'm just thinking, it probably do no harm to have a door going in here. No, like a separate door. It's a bit awkward having to press the button there to get in. Can I put something there? Ah, there we go. I wonder if this will allow me to open those doors. First floor hangar doors. And oops, that's the wrong thing. This one. Groups, first floor hangar doors. Open, close. Oh, bless me. And then I put one around the back here. This is just open it. Again, open, close. It's awkward having to do that. So it is. So let me see. I put that back up there. The half piece. Right. So that's that. At least now we've got access to this. Now we'll need to have ports and different things like that there to connect it up. So I'd say if we were having some sort of a ship, you would want it that you can dock up with this here. So what we could do is we could put a connector on the end of this. And then you can reverse like a vehicle or something up to it. The only thing is though, it is quite level with the height of that door. So if you are going to be building something, it's going to be like really high. So ideally you probably want it at this height here, where it's at the base. Yeah, you'd almost want to like design a whole rover for that. Let's leave that to last. But for now, let's get the base named up properly. Right. So we've got all these generators. We'll go info and we'll give this here a proper name. So we'll call it the industry base. And then it'll be IB for short. So everyone will be IB, whatever it is. So let me see. We'll start off up here. We'll do the IB. Just gonna put this in front of most things. And then there's IB, 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 oh, IB. Now this is number 4. This one's number 3, and then I'm gonna be doing the blueprints of these here soon enough. I just need to get it all like named up properly. So we've got IB, 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 conveyor sorter. This is probably where we'll rename them on the actual thing, so I'll do that. I'll leave that last. And then this is tank 1, tank 2, tank 3, tank 4. Let's see, put IB on the front of those. Sometimes I go smaller with these. And then the large industrial container, that'll be IBB CC 1. This one's 2. This one's 3. Oh, that one's 2. This one's 3. Another one's 4. And then the large Rover reactors, that's IB again. Then you have your O2 hydrogen generators, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got 8 of them. 6, 7. And then IB on the front of those. Sometimes they put an underscore on these, but it's just easier to type out, so you don't have to bother. So we've got some minute stuff in here at the minute. Then what I try and do is actually just going to copy this one here. What I do then is highlight all these here and then call these generators. And then high block off the terminal. Same with these here. And then hydrogen tanks. We leave these here the way they are. Conveyor storage, we'll leave them, and then these are the action tanks. That's IB. Oops. Naming conventions is a big thing in this here, and the thing to note is always put the name of your base or your ship as the start 2 letters and then whatever it is after that. So, for example, if you were to create a base and you were to create a ship and both had, say, a group called batteries, I'm not sure if this works with if this happens with the newer version of Space Engineers, but what it used to do was if you were to tie them together with a merge block or with a connector, it used to treat them all as one entity. So what you could end up doing is if you were to put them into recharge, you could end up recharging your base, and then your ship could be, on auto mode, and then what happens if you left it connected up, it ended up draining the batteries. Well, that used to be an issue anyway with the old version anyway. I don't know if that's still the case. Pistons. Well, they're only pistons there are. These are the lift pistons. Oh wait, no, they're already. I think they're already lift pistons. Ah, they already are. And then we've got our warfare battery. I'm just gonna put IB. Oh, done again. 10. So there's 9, 10, 11, 12 onwards. Okay. So there's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just going to skip this here until I get them all done. Actually, I'm going to rename the entire base and then I'll just resume whenever I'm finished. Right, so that's that done. Everything has been renamed, I think. Yeah. We're just going to put IB in front of that. Right, so that's that. We have pretty much everything set up there. It's just a matter of adding connectors and other wee things. We're going to put weaponry on this here base as well. But not in urgent at the minute. And then we do have this entire floor in here too. So, it did dawn me, we could have the lift, go up to another floor where it would lift things up to here. But I think that would be a bit of overkill, and that would result having to create a whole new process for the lift, and possibly have to add another piece. Well, the thing is, we've already got our pistons here, but that would entail having to do quite a lot of stuff to get that to work properly. So I'm not going to bother with that. So I'd rather do that with scripts instead of timer blocks. I think whenever something gets too complicated, when you have to use more than 10 timer blocks, I think that's when you need to introduce scripts. The only thing is, those scripts can't be used on every server, so I try to avoid it. Timer blocks are the best for it. Now, I know we were talking about weapons and all that there, other stuff, but I think we should start making a rover. Now, one needs to sit under, well, it needs to be able to go in here and go up in here, so it needs to be no more than 2 blocks tall to fit in here. So, what we'll do is, we'll make a wee small platform to come off from this here. Like that. And then this is going to be a little working platform here. And what size is this one? That's a what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. So we get our advanced rotor, which is this one here. We're gonna put that down. Delete that. Oh. And then what we'll do is we'll set up just a wee thing here, just so we can access all that there. Advanced rotor, add small rotor head, and lock the rotor. So this is going to be we're going to make a wee small rover. So what we'll do is we'll remove everything here in the toolbox. There we go. And we'll go with small grid. Can I go with small blocks? Small grid. Ah. So here's all our small grid items here. And we've got... Well, we want to try a few wee small like things. What does the small control station look like as a small grid? Oh, it's like a bike. That's cool. I like that. So let's keep that one. What else have we got small here as well? Well, we've got the wheels, magnetic plate, camera, gyro, a turret controller. Then you have your event blocks. What's that there? A hollow LCD. A barrel. Explosive barrel. Oh, that's cool. What else have we got? Access panel. Loads of wee different things here. The engines. Apparently there was like new engines added to the game, but I just never even noticed them yet. They're like supposed to be small grid, or was it a turbine? They're supposed to be like very narrow engines. Oh. Thruster, here they are. Yes, there's these here. Atmospheric thrusters. Yeah, these here look cool. So, this is going to be a wheeled vehicle, so we'll build something else later on. So, let me see now. Does that have a middle? What way does this go? Oh, it does have a middle, that's cool. Right. Let's go with... We're going to go with light armor blocks. Because... No, for the chassis we should do large. Or for the heavy block. So I'm just going to build a bunch like that there. And then we're going to have a set of wheels. So we'll need to add a wee bit of depth to this thing. And our wheels are going to come out a bit of a shape. So, let me see. Oh, I need to enable the N. How do I enable that again? How do I do that again? The way I want to switch. How do I do that? I want to mirror things. But I can't remember how to set up the mirror. There was a button we used to press to set the mirror. I can't remember. I'll have a look at it in the next episode. And then, let me see, let's go out. Like that there. Yeah, like that there. Can't be too wide either. Let's go with the wheels. I do like these here, like these industrial ones. So we've got off-road, so we've got left and right. So I got left and then I got right. So let's go with the left for sure. This is going to be a front. So number 4. And the way I used to do these here, there was a way to know which way was top and which was bottom. Oh yeah, it's the symbol. So that's your left. And then this is your right. Oh. So it's like that. It's your symbol on it. Looks wide enough there, yeah. And then let's go out a bunch here. Or let's do like we don't want to catch the middle of it or anything like that. And then we will do the same thing again where it comes down like that. Right. I don't want it to look too boxy. Yeah, it's only supposed to be a Rover for like lifting stuff. But what is it, the whole point? What way are we making this is the next question. Like, what is it going to do? So we need to be able to plan in advance what's going to go on this. Like, is it just going to be a Scout Rover? Is it going to be used for lifting stuff? Is it going to be, you know, is it going to have weapons up? These are things you have to sort of ask yourself before you build them. And also, how big is it going to be? So we'll keep that there under it, and then what we'll do is we'll put a bunch of these here. These here going along it. That's going to be the belly of it. And we'll probably come out one here. That would probably actually do as a full block there, so it would. So let's do that. Just momentarily add these here on so it doesn't fall. Or let's see, can we put this here in it? Yeah. Or what's the thing I'm thinking of? Oh, that'll do, yeah. There we go. So that's that. And now what we could do is we'll add our seat. That's our seat there, yeah. So we could put lights and different things on this here at the front. And we could put storage on the back of it. Let's put cargo. So this will be used just for transport and stuff. Oh, what's this? Cargo crate. This box is not available in the selected size. Okay. I thought this had a large grid or a small grid. Oh. Then why is it... Why does it show as... Oh, right, it didn't. I just thought it did. Right, let's get rid of that. Put that away. Large grid. Medium grid. I think medium grid would probably be the best. Let's put a bunch of those on it. So that's that, and then we'll need to have a connector on the back. Oh. That's able to connect up with something there. And then... yeah. that's where we'll put the back coming out here. It is quite top heavy at the minute. It is quite top heavy. Let's come out another one and then go down the ways, but the same way we did with the other things. So that's that, and then what does it go? Oh yeah, it's the this here. There and there. Oh wait, the wheel, how big is the wheels on these? They go out of block, so it'll have to come in a bit. So, yeah. And then it's number 3 again. Because I don't want to be too tight up on it in there. And then it's this here. Which will attach the wheels on it. And then it is back to this here. There we go. Like that. And then we have our 4 for the left. And 5 for the right. That's that. That's our wee Rover. So next thing to do is add the batteries onto it. Suppose we could substitute this here for some batteries in here, because then we need to put our gyros, antenna and all that can go in the back of this. There we go, there, we'll add that. So, what other cabins have we got? Seat, control seats and that. Toilet seat. Is a cockpit. Cab. Ooh. Oh, that's cool. Oh, it doesn't even have a lot. Oh, that's such a shame. Oh, that would actually be pretty cool. So it's got a cab and all on it. Do something, if anything, if we could have dropped that down, that would sit nicely on that. Yeah, let's do that. I'm going to drop it down a bit. I'm just going to put these here temporarily along here just to keep that secured. And drop that down a bit. And then this can do the same thing here because we're going to drop it down below here. There we go. Now, let's drop this here down. We could go down 1 with it. And back another 1. Like that. I can't see that. So I need to put that up a bit. There we go. And since that's connected to that, I can go, and this can go. So it has its wee thing under there as well, but it's nothing urgent. Because we want that there to sort of sit down flat with this here. Sits in with it, and then you would want to well, the door's certainly covered, but it's not a big deal. It's actually really cool. Yeah, I wanted that to sit down a wee bit lower. And then our batteries and stuff can go in here. More for our battery. Is there a top and a bottom to this? So that sits there, and then we'll have a gyro on top here. A buggy cockpit. That can sit there. That's for controlling it. And antenna can go on here. Keep it like that. And then you could put an ore detector on it as well, so when you're driving about you can get stuff. Let's put one of those on it. I'm gonna switch them around. And then the there you go. It's an ugly wee thing, but does the job. And then what I'm gonna do is just gonna make this here look a bit more like it belongs. Like that on both sides. To which then it'll transition into whatever piece that is that goes in there. Almost. I think it's one of these here up here. No. Let me see. Was that only for large? Hold on. No. Why was it doing that? It's hard to find that piece. Although there is a piece that'll fit in there. Yes, there we go. There's a good transition there. Excellent. And then yeah, that's that. Then we'll have our lights, which is offset light. Yeah, let's put these two different types on here. And then 9. Backlights. Right, happy enough with that. Let's give it a wee name and a wee drive. Just need to unclip it here. Looks good. Alright, let's see. Info. We'll call this here Mule or something. I think that'd be a good enough name for it. And now we'll give it the just gonna do it Mule like this here. Mule gyroscope. And then this is going to be Mule CC 1 and then Mule CC 2. Mule. Oh. I can't remember. I think it's these two and left, right, and these here two are not steering. But we'll adjust them now in a second. Mule, offset light. So those are the backlights. And then offset light 1. And that's going to go up to 50 meters. And Mule Rover battery. There we go. Right, so these are the back lights. And then those are the front lights. There we go. Mule. Excellent. Now I'm just going to give this here a wee paint job. What paint job should we give it? I do like the blue. And we'll give it a bit of a rusty. Would that be enough to say at least? I don't know. Looks a wee bit funny. Let's try, what else have we got? We've got quite a few other wee things here. Woodland camo. Sometimes they look good. I do like black. Black looks quite good sometimes. Yeah, I like that. Right, let's give it a bit of a... And let's save it. I always end up saving these here in per daylight. You want to be able to see what you're looking at. There we go. The Mule. Nice wee speed. Right, so that's that. It stops fairly quickly. What about... Yeah, it stops nicely. I'm not big on that steering angle. I need to adjust that a wee bit. Let's do those two front ones, which are left and right. Steering angle will have to be... Let's go with 45. Yeah. Right, let's go. Well, it's a bit like a telehandler. A telehandler, you can switch between what way it steers. So let's do that. So let me see, how would we do this? I think we'll have to go into here and actually set that up. So it's actually your rear wheels will do pretty much the opposite of everything else. Mule wheels, that's all, and then you'll have your right, and it's mule wheels, and then this one here is going to adjust. So you can go between, let's change the mode here now. So mule wheels and mule wheels adjust. So these here will be able to steering on and off. And then is there one where you can invert steering? Like that there. So let me show you what that does. Is on a telehandler you can actually change, so what will happen is all this here will change like that there. We need to adjust the steering as well. That's going to be 45 degrees. So that it'll be able to turn around like this here. And then you turn those off, and then you turn this here on. And see, like that there. So you can crab it. That's an extra thing you can do on a telehandler. So you can crab your vehicles around. And then you turn that there off. That's this here, so ordinary telehandler. So you can turn around on pretty much on like a small space. And then turn those off, and it's just the front wheels. And that's something that really does help. So it's mostly, you would use the crabbing. Say for example you're in here and you have a very tight spot and you don't want to have to keep going like this here and turn around over like that there. Like if you wanted to do that properly, just turn these two on here and then just move this here over, and then you can crab it over like that there. Like that. You can almost like cram it onto something. I love the crabbing. So you can, it allows you to finally adjust it. So you can get it anywhere you want just by cramming it while keeping everything in the one shape. So let's take it onto the left. Undo it. And adjust. I might actually adjust the speed. It's a wee bit weird. We cleared the doors, yeah. Don't want to snip it. Let's save the game as well, just in case. Actually, it would be nice to have a wee turntable on this as well, if needed to turn things around. But we will put a connector down here to save us having to go all the way up here. This would be good if you were like moving stuff about. And then there's another thing I want to make as well. Oh. There we go. Oh nice, it just fits under. Like that there. So say for example you wanted to park this. So it'd be hard to turn that. So you just sit it here. Turn on your 2. And now you can grab it. Over like this here. And that's where you would use your crabbing. So that's nice and parked there now. And it's parked inside. And then we'll set up all the other things. Oh, I forgot to set the controls in the front. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So, in the next episode, there's been loads of things I've been thinking of making for this here series, and there's something I always wanted to make, small grid, and that is a Mule. Anybody that knows what a Mule is, I'm going to tell you now what it actually stands for. It's a cherry picker, and it stands for, well, Mule stands for Mobile Elevated Working Platform. It's pretty much one of those cherry pickers you just see, and you just see it up here on the screen, somewhere on the screen here. I'll show it. Let me see, pointing the right way. You'll see it up on the screen here. That's what a cherry picker is, or a Mule. And I would like to build one of those there, so you will have the lift and boom, and then you'll have your telescopic boom on it as well as a slew point in the middle. A slew point is like where it rotates, you know, like it turns around, a bit like a digger. And yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Something that can reach really tall. Ideally, I want something that can be parked down here, and you could extend it all the way up to, like, say, up to a window or something. They don't actually go that well. It depends on, there is different types of mupes. There's ones that are truck mounted. They can go some very brave heights. You know, like you can park under the bottom of the stadium and it'll go all the way up to the top of the stadium. And then you have a standard mupe, which is just the one on wheels. And I'd say realistically, if you were building on this here, it'd probably only reach this window here, up there. Some of them are, well, it depends on it. Some of them are 14 meters. So if you imagine one of these here is 2.5 blocks, that's 7 blocks. So let me see. Say, say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it'd probably reach up to about here. But I'm gonna try and make one that'll go all the way up to this window up here. But they are pretty cool. I'll have to mess about with it a bit. That's probably where I'll do like a time lapse in making it. Because there's quite a lot to it, and I've never built one on this here before. I suspect I might have to use either event controller or script blocks to control it, just to do the steering and all that there on it, because I don't know if you can steer from a subgrid. So for example, what I mean is, if you were to put a basket on the back of this here, on like a hinge or something, and you had a cockpit up on that, can you still, no, can you still drive this here? Actually, let's put that to the test. Let's get a hinge, just very quickly before we end the episode. If we were to put a hinge on the back of this here, and put a cockpit on it, let's imagine we're gonna put a cockpit on this here. Oh. Can you still, I just want to check to see if you can. If you can, all well and good. If you can't, no, it doesn't. Although, can you set it that it will? No. I don't think you can. Content, script name. Yeah, I don't think you can, so it's gonna have to use like some sort of script or whatever to get this, but it's just a matter of well, realistically, no, you can actually drive a mupe like on wheels from the basket itself, and then you can do it from the controls here as well. There's like controls on the side of it where you can put it up and down, and there's a thing called dog walking as well, where you can actually walk a mupe while you're on the ground. But that's, I'm gonna have to figure that out. See how I'm gonna do that. I'm sure there is a way. I'll have to look it up. But yeah, no, that's it for this here episode. Thanks again for watching. If you have any comments or any suggestions, do drop them down below, or visit the Discord channel that is linked in the description. Follow the Discord channel for the schedule as well as the information board. There you'll be able to see what games we're playing, as well as when those games are coming out onto YouTube. If you're enjoying the content, do consider subscribing, and if you've done so already, thanks very much, I really appreciate it. Drop us a like as well if you enjoy what you see, as it helps show what people are interested in most, and I'll try and focus on those areas a bit more in the future. But other than that, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. I would like to give a massive shout out to the channel donators. You help make these videos possible.